as a team when you think of the performance?
Yeah, it was a big boost for us, coming off a 0-0 draw against Dallas. We wanted to kind of put in a reassuring performance, complete performance, offense, defense, and I think that's what we did. Obviously, we didn't keep a clean sheet, but got a lot of goals, and they had a good goal. We have to give them credit for that, but the way we reacted was huge.
Your 2 goals this year have kind of come in similar ways. A little bit different build-up, but Blanco playing it across, you're kind of sliding in. Take me through your process in the build-up to that goal.
Yeah, I just saw Bill get it back down the field real quick, and I knew that we had numbers in that space, so I didn't need to necessarily get involved. And then once Blanco had the ball, I knew he was looking to get an early cross in, so just about staying on side and staying away from Beasley as well, so that's what I did.
As you're sliding, are you trying to play it back across the goal? Because you played it back across, obviously, in open space. Or are you just trying to get contact and put it anywhere on goal? How much, control are you having over that finish?
The way I was sliding makes it harder for me to open up my body and put it kind of right in front of me, so naturally I was going to go across goal. To go that perfectly into the corner maybe is a little bit of luck, but you got to create your own luck at times too. So
you guys have a bye week now, and then most of the league does, a FIFA break, and then RSL again. How do you spend these next, it's 13 days now before that game against RSL?
Yeah, it's just about staying healthy, staying fit. Not having a game this weekend, some people might lose fitness, but that's what this training week's all about, just keeping the tempo high, keeping the rhythm high, and the confidence high as well. So we're going to use these 13 days to recover, but at the same time, push on to the next game.
Jeremy, I want to follow up on one of the things that Jake brought up. You said when you saw Bill play that ball off to the right that you knew the team had numbers in that space and you didn't need to follow the ball. A lot of players, even at this level, still aren't thinking like that. Do you remember a point in your development where that started to become part of your your in-game process of recognizing those man-up situations and where you should go?
Yeah, I know one of my coaches in PDL, Richie Burke, kind of talked me through not always following the ball, sometimes staying weak side to create my own space. So ever since then, I've been making a conscientious effort of doing that.
On film, that's something that really jumps out about you, is your willingness to spread the field and occupy defenders away from play. Do you consider that one of the strengths of your game, and how conscientious are you about maintaining that part of your game?
Yeah, it's definitely something I try to do. Sometimes you get kind of lonely moving into the opposite side of the field and maybe not getting as many touches as the other guys, but I definitely need to open up space for the creative guys underneath to get me the ball back. So it's definitely something that I do for myself and for the team.
Along with scoring, obviously scoring another goal again this weekend, your ability to sort of just do those quick passes and see your teammates and have that chemistry with them is something that seems to continue to be a strength of yours. Has your chemistry with your teammates, do you feel like, continue to grow?
Yeah, definitely. The more you play with someone, the more you're going to realize their tendencies and put yourself in a position to help them as well. So with Valeri, with Blanco, with Chara, with all those guys, Polo, I definitely feel as if we're moving in the right direction.
You've talked about how sort of you feel like you've become a little bit more mature this year, not taken things as negatively, stayed positive, kept your confidence. But obviously, it seems like that would be difficult when you weren't playing. So, how did you kind of maintain the right level and the right approach to training each day when you were going through that stretch of not being in the game?
Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's really challenging for all of us who aren't playing. Obviously, you can only have 11 guys on the field, but for me personally, it was just about taking everything day by day. Whatever frustrations I had, it was about putting them aside for the three or 4 hours that I was here. Trying to get the best out of it, trying to make the most, and put all the work in, and then hopefully my time would come. And I'm lucky that it did come, and I was able to take advantage.
Gio said in your development, part of what he saw was you working one-on-one, them working one-on-one with you on certain aspects of your game, and seeing those aspects grow. Can you talk about that a little bit? What kind of things were you doing one-on-one with coaches?
Mostly, it's all work around the box, a lot of crossing and finishing, a lot of one-time finishing in the box as well, but it's just getting that final movement sharp so that I'm not surprised when it's in the game, getting the ball in different areas. So yeah, it's just working with other forwards after training, and it's been really beneficial.
And you seem like a guy that at least has a good community here. You seem to hang out with different guys on the team, and some Thorns players too. How's that? How do you feel in Portland, and does having that community help off the field, help on the field?
Yeah, it definitely helps. We have a really good vibe between a lot of us on the team and even on the women's team as well. And it's just great to know that when you're getting out of training, you can kind of take your mind off the game and just have fun with whoever you're with.
Jeremy, you've been asked to, even more than last year, contribute to two teams, both teams trying to make the playoffs between T2 and the Timbers. Has that required a different kind of mentality than a situation where you would be asked to focus on one team?
I'm sure it has, but I've been kind of going through that the last 2 years, so it's definitely the mindset that I've been in. Obviously last year T2 wasn't competing for the playoffs. The season was a little bit more disastrous than right now, but this year we picked it back up and you had a good group going, even with all the shuffling pieces coming in and out. To get to where T2 has gotten this far, it's really impressive and everyone's really proud of